it's just weird. Like the last time I saw you, you were pregnant. It's
Yeah.
been that long.
No, I know I'm not pregnant anymore.
Like I met Collins for the first time today, and I'm just elated.
She's so cute. She's so cute. What's up, everyone? Welcome
Hi.
back to Heart and Soul. Melody's here.
Hi guys.
And I'm here. This is my second, well, I guess it's like my fourth podcast since I had the baby, but like second consecutive.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Thank you.
You're back.
I'm back. You're back.
She's
We're back.
We're here, ready to chat.
I just got bit by a dog. I don't know how to start. I don't know how to podcast anymore, so I'm just going to start with that.
I think that's a good place to start. It can only go uphill from there.
Yeah, I was walking in my little hood, 3 doors down, pointing to where it's at. If you're watching on YouTube, this crazy neighborhood dog who this isn't the first time that she's been angry. The second week we lived here, she chased Bear down the street. It was dark. We lost Bear for like an hour. We're like driving up and down the street trying to find him. And then she's like, I send Soul Girls out for a warm-up run, and this dog has...
Oh my gosh. Did it attack one of your girls?
Not in the way it attacked me, but
Okay,
like
good.
bark, like
yeah,
just angry.
Little, yeah.
And like kind of freaked him out. But this morning I was, walking down there during my workout, and the neighbor was like, hey, we need to bring you food. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And the second I talked, the dog like started barking, ran off the leash, or like yanked her, and she let go of the leash, and then came after me, and you can't see really, but scratched my legs, and then bit a hole in my shorts and my butt, but didn't touch skin. So thank God, with its teeth.
That's so sad that now you have ruined shorts.
I have ruined shorts, and I don't know if I told you this yet, but she was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'll buy you new shorts.
Oh, well, at least.
I was like, you probably should just buy yourself a new dog.
Honestly, you should buy me dinner, buy me new shorts, buy a new dog. There's a lot of things you need to buy.
All I said
lot of
was,
money.
oh, that's okay. I'm just going to keep moving because I don't want to be near the dog. I was like, I don't want to talk now.
Truly.
Like,
You're like, I can't bargain with you right now.
Yeah,
I'm not in the right state of mind.
I don't have the time to talk about my short size and where I got them.
But I will let you know in an email later.
I'll hit you up on the Facebook neighborhood page.
Don't you worry. Invoice is still ready to be sent out.
I'm going to send her like Lululemon shorts, and those were Target.
Yeah, no, you should.
Sorry, they were Lulus.
I'm sorry you have scratches on your legs.
Yeah, I'm battered.
Truly.
I'm a battered
emotionally too.
PTSD.
The trauma you'll have for the rest of your life now because you were attacked by a dog.
Yeah, I don't even know if I can have Bear anymore. I mean, he's perfect.
Oh my gosh, he's so perfect. Like he's not a dog.
I know, he's a human sometimes. How are you?
I'm good.
How you been?
Good. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers with our little coffees. I've been good. I'm trying to think of what's happened.
We haven't seen each other.
I know we haven't seen each other since you had the baby.
It's a baby.
Mm-hmm. Which is just magic. I don't know. Which is just magic.
A miracle of birth.
I just want to tell everyone I have Kathryn on by my friends.
And oh my gosh. This is my favorite thing about Melody.
You just like check up on your people, especially when you know one is about to pop.
And you look at Find My Friends like people look at Instagram.
I do.
Like it's like your social
it's just
media.
So exciting. I'm like, what's everyone up to? Oh, she's at Target. She's here. She's at home. She's always at home. But so I saw that Kathryn was at the hospital earlier in the day, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe she's just had like a checkup or something, and like she had to go to the hospital. They had to do further assessments. This has happened before
because she came early.
Oh, she did. Oh yeah.
So you're probably like, oh, she.
Yep. I was like, this is probably a routine little thing. I wasn't thinking anything of it, and then I was getting in bed, and it was like 9:30 or something. I was like,
let's just check on my friends.
Check again. Let me see if she's still there.
We'll leave you scroll before
she was still there, and I was like, okay, it's happening.
And then you texted me, right?
I did. I sent you just a little prayer emoji. I said praying for you.
Yeah,
my little prayer hands.
But before that, I guess like a month before she was born, I had like a blood pressure scare, and I got sent to the hospital.
That's what I was
Melody,
thinking.
Melody texted me. She's like, everything okay? I'm I'm like, I know she's just scrolling Find My Friends. You're like freaking
it's
Sheena from Vanderpump
I
Rules.
am. It's not embarrassing at all.
Speaking of Vanderpump Rules, so you hate this about me, but you know how like I'll just start a show.
Yeah, mid like season 12. She's like, I'm jumping in. I'm like, do you know these people?
And I don't watch like anything before. I just
Yeah.
start it, and then context clues, keep me updated.
Yeah.
But so I started Vanderpump during like Scandival season 10.
Mhm.
So I made it my homework to watch season 1 through 9 while I was postpartum.
Perfect.
I'm already on season 9.
Oh, it's so easy to binge,
It's
right?
so
And it's
easy to
so
binge.
good. How good were the beginning seasons?
The beginning seasons, there's nothing like them.
I know.
And I get why it was about to be canceled. Like, because I'm in season 9 and I'm kind of bored.
Right, you're bored. It was
We
like
needed
almost like
Scandival.
8. It was like season 8 and 9. I was like, all right, this has gone on a little too long. Yeah, we did.
It was
need
whenever they
Scandival.
brought in the new people that I got.
Yeah.
Like, meh. When they
Yeah.
brought in like Danica
Mhm.
and
I didn't
Charlie
like
and
that.
Brett and Max.
Yeah, I was so confused.
I didn't want
I
their
wasn't invested in
storylines.
them. Yeah, exactly. We didn't want that.
And then, so I've seen it all now. I've seen like the jacks of it all, everyone getting jaxed.
Yeah.
I've seen Brittany come in. Like, I didn't know how Brittany got introduced.
Yep.
Him cheating on
Crazy.
Brittany.
Crazy.
His dad dying and him thinking his whole personality changed.
Right.
I
Oh
could not
my
with that.
gosh. I forgot about that.
And even just watching the dynamics between Sandoval and Ariana, like I didn't know anything about their relationship.
No, you
So
think
all
you understand now when people were like, you never shared anything with anyone. Do you know what is that what you mean? Like you didn't really know much about their relationship in that way? Or are you saying you just didn't really know the backstory?
I didn't know the backstory. I didn't know like what their relationship was like. I didn't understand.
But it seemed perfect.
It did.
It seemed just like this is a perfect scenario.
Yeah.
They seem so chill.
I think it made me even more upset. Like I guess I should have known things before the scandal of it all. But like it made me even more upset for Ariana.
Mhm.
I get why people like stand so hard for her.
For
Like
sure.
obviously I felt bad for her, but I didn't really like know her.
Yeah.
But I looking back on these past seasons, this past 8 weeks, I've seen how much she sticks up for him when he's being a bing bong.
Huge bing bong.
Like she was ride or die for him.
Yep. No,
even when she looked like an idiot.
Do no wrong, and she like made it her point to be his like sole cheerleader always, no matter what.
And you kind of saw like around season 8 when she started getting depressed and like her mental health was really affected. And I'm sure that really did affect their relationship where they like obviously didn't. Intimacy was gone and all that stuff. But she still rode for him.
I know. It is really sad.
I feel bad for
I'm
her.
glad that you were able to see all of that because you watched The Valley.
Yeah.
And so you knew Jax through that.
Yeah.
That was really it though, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe they
did like flashbacks to Jax. And I listened to Stassi's podcast.
That's true. Yeah.
So I like love Stassi Schroeder, but I never saw her.
But you
on
never
TV.
saw her. Oh, that's kind of crazy.
She's a legend.
She is a legend. I love Stassi.
She might be my favorite reality TV star. And she's coming back. Did you see that?
I don't even think that's like a bad assessment. I think that's really fair that she's like one of the tops.
Yeah.
She's a favorite for sure.
Because of her in the moment,
so
like her diary
unhinged.
moment. I just lose my mind at that. Like she's
so intelligent. Like she's so hilarious.
When she called out everything, and I've seen this before when she was like, I mean, I don't understand why everyone's like confused. Kristen's an alcoholic, Sandoval's a narcissist, Jax is egotistical. She like calls everyone out on their crap.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, you like really predicted all of it.
You read it.
Yeah.
Yep. She read everyone like a book.
But she's coming back. Did you see that announcement?
I thought it was
not to Vanderpump Rules. She's coming to Vanderpump Villa as a
like a real cast member.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And then she's also launching her own show on Hulu.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Called Stassi Says. I don't know what it's about, but
yeah, I really, really like her and her relationship. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love Bo. When
so
Bo
cute.
came in, I was so happy.
I know.
He's like I always loved him because I've heard him on her podcast, but I didn't know how epic he was.
How epic is he? And when she has her meltdowns and he's just calm, cool, and collected and just like kind of speaks reality at her and she's like, okay, well, yep, I guess I was being dramatic, you
And when
know,
she tried
but
to sabotage the relationship.
yep. And he was like, I know what you're trying to do right now.
Yeah.
I'm not giving into it because I love you and I'm not going to let you sabotage yourself and sabotage us
Yeah.
because I know that's not what you really want.
Mm-hmm.
He's so cool.
He kind of gives me, not in personality at all, but like Michael vibes. I tried
Yeah.
to sabotage our relationship. And
And he
Michael was like,
"Mm-mm.
stop.
Stop. What are you doing? You deserve this.
That's when you know it's your person.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
I love that. I had no idea that Stassi was coming back to the villa.
But
Or Vanderpump Villa.
I'll like play it and then I can like go take a shower and leave it on and come back. Like
For
it's not like
sure.
I'm like
Yeah.
intently watching
Yeah.
everything.
That's okay.
But I tell you what, Coco's first words are going to be something like Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking, I'm like, this girl knows all the dramas already, probably.
But also, I don't like Lala at all.
Yeah,
I thought I would like her more.
I know. It's weird. I think that's why a lot of people have always said, like, she's never really had her, like, moment on Vanderpump, like, being the main character. Like, she
Yeah.
just, it's almost like she tries to have the main character energy, but it is just, it's not on her.
I think what I can't stand about her is like watching season 11. You know how she had all that drama where she was like, you need to be real. And everyone's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you lied for your whole time. And I never really knew that she
Yeah,
lied.
yeah.
But now watching, I'm like, oh my God, she lied the entire time. Like
Yeah.
she lied about Randall. She didn't tell the truth about that.
Mhm.
She hid him.
Yeah.
When she's all about like, you need to
Be authentic
and like
tell
show
people-
up and
yeah.
like to Tom and Ariana.
Yeah.
And it's like, you hid your entire relationship. Like all this stuff. I'm like, you're such a hypocrite.
Yeah.
I think that's why
You
I don't
understand
like her
Yeah.
now. Like I didn't mind her season 10 and 11. I'm like, okay, cool. Lala's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh man,
Right.
they were right. Like you really haven't brought anything to the show.
Exactly.
I mean, you've brought stuff to the show, but it's all been kind of like, I guess she's like instructed it. Like
Yeah.
she's like
Yes, orchestrated.
orchestrated her own personality instead of being real.
I agree.
Just like
It's just so LA.
so LA, and like Sheena is so like every season when she's like in love with someone new. The Rob storyline, I could not. When she like gets divorced and then starts dating Rob, and then she says Rob, she brings up
my
Rob
gosh.
25/7,
Yes.
and he's like, I don't really love her, and she's like, oh yeah, we're getting married.
married. She just lets herself fall so easily.
But I just started season 9 where they like come back from the pandemic and they have babies all of a sudden.
All of a sudden, everyone has a baby.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's good stuff, but it is kind of funny how like everyone is so authentically unauthentic, and it just seems like that is like what you hear of LA is everyone is so authentically unauthentic.
Yeah. But you know what? As like crazy as Tequila Katie is, she has always
she's always been. That is very true.
I love Katie for that. Okay, we're back. Sorry, we had an internet lossage.
So I was just saying, I think that Katie and I would maybe butt heads like in our personalities, but I have so much respect for Katie because like I like her in a sense that like she has always been true to herself.
She's always been Katie.
Yeah.
And sometimes you were like, Katie, you're rude.
Right.
But at least she's
Right.
Katie.
No, for sure. And there are times that I'm like, ooh, I don't know if you're in the right, or like I don't know if I necessarily agree with your point or whatever, but like she will never stray from what she believes in.
Yeah. I mean, this is technically what I'm watching now in season 9 is the last year of their marriage.
Oh, I know. It's so sad.
I know.
I know. It kind of sucks. Like they're polar opposite people.
Mm-hmm.
It's really bizarre. Like he is such an optimist and she is a pessimist. Like
100%.
and like she is a realist and he is a dreamer.
Yeah.
Like
He's
are
almost
polar
Delulu.
Delulu, yeah. And they really are opposites in that part where you hope that it'll work out,
Yeah.
so they balance each other out in that way. But it was just too far gone. And I mean, the fact that they've made it this long with all the drama that you've now watched
Oh my gosh.
with
so
that
much.
group, it's pretty incredible. But I feel like that was so tumultuous. That's the word.
Tumultuous.
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 Trying to use new words over here.
We're smart.
We're so smart that it was too intertwined with all that
Yeah.
drama and history that it just really bled into their relationship, whether or not anything really happened. It was just, yeah, they just couldn't
Yeah.
get there.
And it kind of you can see why they can still be friends.
Yeah, for sure. Which makes me happy. I like them as friends.
Me too.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they'd like
Would rekindle.
Yeah,
I
but
know, me too.
might just be a
He
disaster.
softens her.
He really does.
Yeah, when they get together, like she laughs and she's smiling and like she's not as serious.
Yeah. When they get together, she smiles. Okay, so
okay, we can move on.
I don't watch Jersey, but you do. And
I
you
do.
texted me the other day and you were like, "Oh my gosh, did you see Jersey?" And I was like, "I don't watch Jersey."
Yeah,
And I could have pulled a Kathryn and started now,
I know, but she needs to watch from the beginning.
but I don't.
Jersey is some of the best.
I don't have the time to go back and watch. It's like 15 seasons, 14.
You have the time. You have the time. It is so good.
I guess I don't know what I'm saying. I just watched 9 seasons.
Yeah,
of
exactly.
Vanderpump
You have
Rules.
so much time, and it's worth it to watch a flip table.
Do they flip tables? Like a Jesus thing? They go on, they flip
My
tables?
mouth is dropped. Teresa just flips the table.
This season?
No, in the very first season.
I never seen
And
it.
no, you need to go back just to see her iconic moment of. That's why like she has all these podcasts or whatever that are named like the turning tables, whatever it is.
Oh,
And then
that's
there's
funny.
like there's commercials of her like flipping a table or whatever, and it's because that was just her iconic thing that she
Yeah.
had done. She'd freaked out during a dinner with everyone and then just like flip the table. Didn't flip it fully, but like she tried to. It was
These women.
freaking wild.
I know about her because she went to jail and all that.
Yes, of course.
So what's going on though? I've heard that they might not be able to continue.
Yeah, they can't at this point. The women are just so they are sharp with their tongues and they really know how to tear you down and they know how to push your buttons. They know how to say the things that are going to really make you tick. And I think like there's a difference between having that wit where I think Margaret has that wit, but there's a point where you take it too far that you can't come back from that.
Yeah.
Like there's a point where you're like, that's not a friend.
Yeah.
That's not even an acquaintance. That is a straight up enemy.
So has it just been something that's been boiling up, or was there like a point in which it was just like no return?
I mean, this season is definitely a point of no return. And I really think there's a lot of toxic people in these families that really egg it on, whether they, claim to or not. I think it's just gotten too far. Now they just can't be in the same room together without it turning really sour and people throwing things at each other.
So is it over this season?
This season is over.
Is it on the reunion?
But last night, which I have not watched, last night they had shown all the women the finale. So this is us watching them, kind of like the Vanderpump thing.
Oh yeah.
Where they showed them all the finale at the same time. So there's that. I don't know how, that was last minute that they were doing that. So, because they're not doing a reunion. There's no reunion.
Because they can't be in the
They
same
can't
room.
be in the same room. And
So the show can't go on.
No. And the last episode was basically a reunion where they all sat down at a final supper type thing and everyone had their final says at everyone that they had an issue with. And it was, it was just chaos. Like to the point where one woman left who wasn't a real cast member. Like she was like a friend of, and actually, I don't know if she was a cast member. I don't think she was, but she is super cool. But she left halfway through. She just walked out and she was like, she was supposed to be a mediator.
She's like, I just can't take the drama.
She said, this is crazy. You guys, this is not okay. Like, I'm not even cut out for this stuff. Like, you guys have taken it to another level. And she just left. That's when and she's a tough cookie. Like, that's when it was really bad. And apparently they did not show us all that actually happened at that dinner. There's more. And I think that for the purposes of Bravo staying Bravo and this show continuing on in some sort of realm, they didn't want to put everything out there because they don't want to show that they condone violence. That's what I'm thinking, because at one point during,
So they hit each other.
I think that there were things thrown, and because at one point they ask one of the cast members, Jennifer Aiden, if she's okay with Danielle, another cast member, to come back into the room after she stood up at the table. She threw some, like, you just don't see all of it though. Like, they're showing the waiters coming in, cleaning up glass on the ground and like all of this stuff. And I don't know what we didn't see, but the fact that they had to ask her, like, do you feel safe with her coming back? There's obviously stuff that wasn't shown for her to then, and of course she's like, I don't care. I don't care about her. Let her in. I don't care. You know, they're all just so ballsy and ruthless. And they just say things about each other's husbands, about each
you
other's
can't mess with the
families.
families.
No. And these women ride hard for their husbands. So if you make any type of comment, like, they're just going to go after you.
Yeah.
And they have.
And
This season. So, this was just really sad though, because it's really sad to see all these women. They did a flashback. They were friends, and it's gotten so far that they've said just such terrible things to each other to the point where, like, it's just not, it's irreparable.
Irreconcilable differences.
Yeah. They can't.
So is it going to be, do you think that they're going to do like a break like Vanderpump's doing where they like take a year
No.
off, or you think they're just done?
No, I think they're going to recast.
Oh, recast. That's
Yeah, I think they might recast. There are a lot of friend ofs that have been awesome, like, that just aren't in the fold. But I really think it's stemming from Teresa and Melissa's relationship too. Like, they don't talk to each other. Like, when they're in the same room as each other, they do not speak.
Are they related?
Yes. Oh my gosh, I forgot.
She's annoyed.
Teresa, an OG cast member. Melissa is her sister-in-law. She is married to Teresa's brother, and they just hate each other. Teresa's out of touch with reality. She calls Melissa a whore. Like, she always just, that's her thing. That's her shtick.
That's
with her.
her thing.
It's so dumb. And it's just terrible that it's torn apart a family, but they don't speak to each other now. And so they would either not film, they just wouldn't film together at all. Or if they have to go to the same party, they don't cross paths. They do not acknowledge each other. They don't acknowledge each other's existence at all. And Teresa has a really, really toxic husband right now.
Ooh.
And it upset me hearing him.
Is he the one that like she went to jail for?
No.
She has a new husband.
She has a new husband, and he claims to be a peacekeeper and all of these things and a Zen guy. But there's a moment where he is talking to Teresa in their home and talking about this woman, Margaret, who's a cast member, and her son. And, you know, gosh, there's so much backstory, but the previous season, like, they basically found out he had hired a private investigator to look into all the cast members. Oh, creepy. And he had called Margaret's son at his place of work, and he I believe he like threatened him in some way. It was weird. And she has phone records showing, like, from his phone number he called her son. It's just like so obvious, like, what he did. And he, in this last episode, is telling Teresa, I hope that Margaret's son and Margaret suffer the way that I suffered. I hope that, and just like talk so sad, like so mean.
Yeah.
Like, it is just such a mean thing to say, to like wish harm. He like wish harm and suffering on somebody. It was really, really, like, it kind of showed like who he really is as a person. And I was like, this is the type of like energy that Teresa's been around. Like, everyone was saying she just is a shell of a woman. everyone was like, she doesn't seem herself. And I really think like it starts at home and
Yeah.
the way that he's been acting and talking. And it makes me really, really sad to see all of this because I've watched them for years now and they all seem so fun when they're together. But there were obviously some funny moments that happened and all that, but the underlying tone is just really sad.
Yeah, and you kind of worry like if they're all going to film again together, like something
More catastrophic
will happen.
Yeah.
So it's like preventative
Yeah,
now at this
exactly.
point.
That's why they just didn't do a reunion. They were like, it's not possible. But yeah, so that
Bye-bye,
is
Jersey.
wild. Jersey is wild. But I, can't wait for you to catch up.
I know. I got some homework.
You got some homework. It's going to be great too. You're going to enjoy it.
Ugh, that's going to be sad knowing that it's over though.
I know.
Okay, Bachelorette.
Yep.
It's time.
It is
Bachelorette
time.
is back. Jen is our Bachelorette.
Mm-hmm.
I guess by the time, so this episode's coming out Wednesday. I just want to preface with saying we have not watched this week's episode because it's Monday morning right now.
Right.
So it comes out tonight.
Yeah.
What do you think of Jen as a Bachelorette so far?
I think that from like the beginning, I thought she was really, really fun. She's so like gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's gorgeous. I like her as a Bachelorette. I really do.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
It's not that I didn't think I would like her. It's just that last season there were so many stars.
Yeah.
Like Daisy and Maria that you're like, Jen?
Yeah.
Like she was kind of just like in the background for most of that season. So it's like
you didn't know like how much personality she had.
Yeah.
She has so much personality.
Yeah, she's fun. I like her.
She's
direct.
All the things she has to say. Yeah, she's very direct. She's very direct just in general of like how she's feeling and with whatever she wants to say, she just says it. And she's not afraid to, call somebody out.
Yeah.
And I really like it. It's really entertaining. I was talking to a friend about this, but do we think she's ready to be married? No.
Yeah,
I don't think she's ready for an engagement, but
my prediction is she either doesn't get engaged or she doesn't already broken up. Like I don't think any of these guys and her are really like
I don't think so either. There's no like magic with anyone. I don't really
where
feel.
you're just like, oh, that's a clear front runner.
Right.
Like you usually know seasons past, like, oh, they're going top 2.
Right.
Because there's chemistry or there's some sort of magic.
Yeah.
And with her and her guys, her guys are so dramatic,
which is awesome because usually we don't get like a super drama filled Bachelorette season because the guys tend to be a little less drama. But
not this season.
Or maybe there's like two guys. But this season, it's like all of them want to get in on the drama.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the drama.
Okay. Can I give you my biggest disappointment?
Yeah.
My biggest disappointment of all the men was Thomas. Thomas, when they all walked in, was or even when I saw the cast bios, was a top contender for me. And I am just so
disappointed.
Me
too.
At how much drama he actually was a part of and that caused. And I was like, oh, you're a hothead. Like, wait, what?
You didn't think he'd be a hothead. Like when he came in, he had this sweet story that he connected with her on how they were like first generation. Their parents both immigrated
he had
both
all
from
things
Vietnam.
going for him.
And Vietnam. Okay, so they have like very and
I think it's his family's from Vietnam, right?
I thought they were both.
They both from
I
Vietnam?
thought both families, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think you might be right.
So yeah, you were just like, oh, they're gonna have this immediate connection. He was so sweet, and then he just like really jumped on the tail feathers of Sam M, who I cannot stand.
I think he got a little manipulated by Sam M. Like I really do think Sam like really gave him the ammunition.
Yeah, because Sam M's like Batman and he was Robin in like a negative way. Like he just
so funny.
He just kind of almost like he had a crush on Sam M and just wanted to like do whatever he did and back him up, and
but he just went a little too far.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm glad he's gone.
I am too. I'm really happy that he's gone. But so I'm like curious what's going to happen with Sam M. Like, is he going to find somebody else to do his dirty work? Or I don't know. It's
Sam M is like your prototypical F boy. Like he's
Yeah.
just like I cannot stand when they have one-on-one moments because all he
Ugh.
does is like use physicality, like
it's
their
so awful.
sexual tension to like fill the space because he can't do anything else. Like he can't talk. He doesn't have any depth to him. He really doesn't like Jen. He just wants
I
to
don't
do
think he-
Jen.
yeah, I don't think he likes Jen at all. I think he'd rather win.
He wants to win and he wants to make
Go
it
to
to fantasy suites.
suites. And it's just like, bro, it made me really uncomfortable when he was on her like that.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
I don't think she wants this.
And she told
Can-
him she didn't.
And she said no. And he was still getting all up on her. And I was like, can a producer come and like stop this?
Like-
I don't know what is going on, but
she was clearly uncomfortable
Yeah.
and then told him, like, can we just
can we
talk?
just talk? Yeah.
And he still kept doing it because
Yeah.
he's got nothing else.
Exactly. He has no depth. And truly, like, how did their one-on-one date go as well as it did? I don't know how. Like,
She was annoyed with him in the beginning
Yeah.
because like of the
And then
height thing, but he
and then he opened up about a stupid story that seems untrue.
about being cheated on or
Yeah,
something.
being cheated on. I'm like,
She's just looking for any excuse to keep him.
she's like, oh, he opened up about something. Oh,
Move it, Bear.
he's
But when that Australian
oh yeah.
ex-bachelorette was like, be careful, I picked Bear.
I picked this one. Yep.
I picked the one that I had the most like
Mhm.
sexual chemistry with,
And it was wrong.
It was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping Jen would listen, and
I was
I do
hoping
think
she would too.
I do think she'll come to her senses because you've seen her have these little like aha moments.
Yeah.
With that time when he was like all over her
Yeah.
and she was uncomfortable with the afraid of heights thing, and he like handled it weird.
I just don't know who would go on the 2-on-1 at this point because I don't know if Sam and Devin would. She likes both of them a lot. I
think it'll be Sam and Devin.
But I don't think that she would send either one of them home because, like, I
think it should be Sam and Devin, and I think she should send Sam home. I think that's the way he needs to go in order to be like super humbled.
I mean, agreed.
And he's so used to just like being the hot
Can
guy.
you imagine her doing that? Like actually letting herself go into that scenario where she has to send one of them home because I feel like she wants to be in denial with it.
I know.
But
I just hope she does. It would be such a redemption. Like
it would. In the preview,
Devin.
we see Devin in front of a home that has a little welcome.
Yeah.
sign.
He goes to.
I'm assuming that's hometowns.
He goes to hometowns for sure.
But why would they show us that?
I don't know. But they always do stuff like that. Like, they mess it up.
I'm like, does he get one of those weird group like one-on-one dates where they like go spend time with a family and then like they make out in front of their house? Or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but he kind of already got that type of where he he hangs out with this like group of people.
I think he goes to hometowns, and I think they just blew it for us.
Yeah, I think he should go to hometowns, but I like Devin, but I just don't see her sending Sam home. I don't know. I would love to see it happen, but I don't know.
I think at this point is going to be hometowns and then top two.
I
love
Jonathan. Yeah, I think Jonathan. I think Marcus. I think Devin. And it's either Sam or Spencer. I don't know. I don't see. Well, or what's his name? Not Spencer.
Grant.
But
I don't see a connection with her and Grant.
That's what I think he is super nice. I think he is so nice,
so handsome,
so tall, all the things.
I just don't see it.
But I just didn't feel. I like kind of felt like friendship vibes.
It felt very like a coffee date.
Yeah. So, and other people are saying they saw this.
I didn't see it.
And
people are saying they didn't see it with her and Jonathan. And I saw it with her.
I saw it with Jonathan. Yeah. Agreed. Okay.
I love their vibes because, they were saying, we want to make sure there's like an emotional connection because we have so much fun together. But like, I beg to differ.
I beg to differ too.
I think you should be with someone that you have mostly have so much fun with.
I agree.
And you're like, you have that like, you foundation of be myself.
I think you got to find
And I
somebody
think
that
that
makes
that's
you feel young.
kind of what Bachelor Bachelorette is missing because they go straight into date one. What's your sob story?
Yes.
And so you don't even get that initial like
fun.
first dating. Everything's fun. You're kind of putting on your best like charm and you're laughing. And I feel like her and Jonathan have that.
They actually had that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In their
And I'm
first
like,
date.
I
And
don't
he
know
got
why
deep.
they're so worried about the emotional connection because I think that like naturally comes if you
Yeah.
like have a friendship.
Yeah. And they got deep at the end too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, what is up with every single man? And their sob story is I was engaged and then it ended.
I was engaged and
It's
then
like 3 for 3 now, right?
I got cheated. Spencer, Jonathan, and Sam.
Yeah.
But Jonathan wasn't engaged.
He wasn't engaged,
was
but he was
going to propose.
Yeah. Yeah. But 3 basically engaged.
Did something about that story stick out to you? Like it make you feel a little weird when Jonathan was saying like
I don't remember it enough to be honest.
he was saying that like something took a turn for the worse and she turned to substances to like cope.
Yeah.
And then she started
I
telling
do remember
him
it was like very open with her story. I was like,
maybe you don't share
maybe
that.
don't share her. Yeah.
And then but then also he was saying like and then she kept telling me accusing me of gaslighting her and I'm like maybe you need to expand on that. Like
Expand.
why would she accuse you of gaslighting?
Yeah. Because she didn't to Jen's defense, she usually is very forthcoming with follow-up questions, but she didn't follow up with a question that asked
was
about
just like,
that.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, she just said, I'm sorry. Like, do you think you'll ever be able to trust again?
Yeah.
Something like that. Or maybe she has to, I don't know. But
hopefully he's not a gaslighter because I really do like
he
him.
seems really cool.
I would love if he won.
I like that him and Grant are good friends because Grant confides in Jonathan that he loves or he's falling for when he's crying and he's falling for Jen. And I thought that was really sweet. Like, I think it tells a lot about how the guys interact with
each other.
And what did I just? Oh, Love Island UK. You got to watch Love Island UK. Anyway,
so much homework.
You have so much homework. But yeah, I think it tells a lot when the men like how they who they're clicking with and how they confide in each other. I don't know. I thought that was cool. But for oh my gosh. Okay.
I really like Spencer.
I like Spencer.
But I don't think she.
Yeah, I think he's got.
I can see Jonathan becoming the next Bachelor.
I could too.
And in fact, I think there's not a lot of standouts this season for next Bachelor, but it could either be him or Devin, maybe.
Yeah, maybe Devin. I could see Devin being a great Bachelor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I would say the guys are just like not doing it for me.
They're not doing it for me either. At first, I thought that they were, but I think it's because they were also outspoken with drama.
Yeah.
That at first I was like, oh wow, these guys have a lot of personality, and I was excited. And then I was like, wait, no, they all just kind of suck.
Well, yeah, it's like it's fun to watch the drama, but we also watch to see a love story.
We want her to find somebody great for her. But yeah, I don't really see
any of it happening either. And at the end, what was that teaser? Like
okay, yeah. So she says at the end, she's holding the rose and she says, I can't give you this rose.
Yeah.
I think that gives us literally zero context.
No.
Because
it could just be the other person.
It could just be the other person. The only thing though is I don't believe that they grab the rose.
No, they do
for
it
the
after
runner-up.
the engagement.
Yeah. They never grab the rose and say, I can't give you this rose. But she doesn't do that. You know what I mean? She does do that for the runner-up, and she's like, I want to let you know I can't give you this
and they're
rose.
Just using
and
that
they're
clip.
just using that clip now, even though they don't typically ever do that. So I'm like, it could be so many things. I don't really see her distraught either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that, her doing that, she doesn't look distraught.
I could see her ending it with how like Matt James ended it, where he just wanted to be girlfriend boyfriend.
Yeah. No, I could totally see that. And I feel like that's probably for the best for her.
Yeah.
I think she's probably learned a lot about herself through this, but I think she still has a lot more to go.
Yeah. And I
don't think she should be locked down to one of these guys. I really don't think she should.
No, I'm predicting that after the final rose, she's with Nolan.
I would hope. I hope she's dating someone new. I hope she's dating Andrew from friggin' what's her name's season? Andrew Spencer.
Andrew Spencer?
Yeah.
What?
He's so fun. I love
Which one
him.
is he?
You remember Andrew?
No.
Oh my gosh, whose season is he from? Katie? No.
Charity?
Charity? No. Andrew Spencer. I'll show you. And he went to Paradise too. He's so fun. He's one of the bros. I'll show you.
Like bros with Rodney in them?
With maybe Rodney. But,
I like your chest, your mic stand.
yeah. Because I need 2 hands for my phone.
We need mic stands.
Yeah. Okay, Andrew Spencer. You know who I'm talking about. When I show you, you're gonna
Oh my
be like,
gosh.
oh my gosh. You know who I'm talking about.
It's like starting to fill my brain. Yeah. I love him.
I love him. Okay, I just think that would be so fun.
He's from Katie's
because they're so Katie, yeah. They're just so fun. Like he's a fun guy. I think she wants like fun. She wants fun but depth. Like I feel like that Andrew has that. So Kate not Katie. Jen, if you're listening.
Good call. She's
I
probably listening. We're a pretty big deal.
Yeah. So if that doesn't happen, if she ends up with no one, oh my gosh, she would be amazing on the beach.
Yeah, I can't wait for Paradise to come back next summer.
Yes. If she is with no one, I could see her in Paradise, see Andrew coming to Paradise. They would have a blast together. And
I can see Maria in Paradise. There's so many guys or girls that I can see from Joey's season.
Yeah, but none of the guys from this season. No.
Maybe Grant. I can see Grant.
That's literally it. Grant.
And I could see them sending Sam in because he's just going to be like that smoke show on the beach that everyone has toxic relationships
Yeah,
with.
that's true. Has toxic relationship with, or maybe he'll get his like ego peg brought down a notch because
I think he's too far
all the women will just be like, no thanks, sir.
He's just like, I don't like the way he talks. I don't like the way he walks. I don't like anything.
It's just hilarious when he
says try and keep the main thing the main thing.
Oh,
he
gosh.
said that's all he says.
When he tells,
I'm like, what do you even mean by that?
Yeah. When he tells that guy that came, Jen's ex boyfriend,
Matt.
Yeah, when he tries to like tell him off, when he's clearly apologizing to everyone, there's no reason he was being so kind, and he's just like, well, yeah,
she made the right decision.
She made the right. He's like, I know,
Jen's a smart girl.
He's like, I know, that's why
Literally,
I'm here
and
I'm telling you the same exact thing. It's just like he tried to be like this, macho man that was like rooting for the guys there and against this guy, but this guy seemed like stand-up guy that was like
so nice.
Hey, you guys clearly have something that I cannot offer, and you guys seem like a great group of guys.
He was being so
kind. Just want to tell you this is what happened,
and she didn't do it.
And
I
she
didn't
do it. Yeah, like
protecting her
exactly. And he's like, she told me that it's not working out. So like,
I kind of wish that it would. I liked him.
I liked him too. And he was short. I liked it.
I liked him. She's short. He's short.
It was good.
They were cute.
Maybe they're back together. That'd be a plot twist.
I would love
She
that.
comes out final rose and she's with Matthew.
We're like, wait up. Hold up. So yeah, I guess that's like all. I guess we didn't talk about Devin. You like Devin?
I like Devin. I think he probably
gives me like,
he probably has some maturing to do too, but
he gives me like Maria vibes, and that like I think they thought he would be a villain, but America's kind of liking him.
Yeah, he's definitely a Maria.
Yeah, Maria's gonna be on the beach.
She's gonna.
Do you think they're filming
when are
now?
Well, that's
no. They said 2025.
Oh, they did. Okay,
that's silly. That
is silly.
It's too much of.
Maybe they just really needed to get some more cast members so that they weren't filtering out too many, because I feel like a lot of the same people were like kind of coming back to the beach and like so
okay, last thing I want to talk about, because we're about to run out of time, is all these rumors about Nick Viall and Natalie Joy, about Natalie cheating on him.
What the heck?
Do you believe that? I don't
believe it, and
I just don't see Nick like ever
putting up with something like that.
He's too direct and too like almost honest to a fault.
I'm also like they're always together. I feel like she and
they seem obsessed with each other.
They seem obsessed with each other. Like, and also they just literally are with each other all the time.
Yeah.
They record the podcast together now, which I hate. And
I know you don't like her on the podcast.
No, I don't. And I think it's only because that other girl tries to be her.
Oh my, I agree with you on that.
It's so frustrating. She tries to talk like her, and I'm like, you're sounding like an idiot. Why are you making that dumb voice?
It's like
And
not
then when
Natalie that I hate. It's just the dynamic.
Exactly. And when Natalie's not on there, that girl talks like normal.
I know.
I'm like, what in the heck is going on
I know.
over here?
It's weird.
So that's just weird.
that.
And I don't like that's why I don't like when she's on. She kind of influences that girl. And then it's just weird. And then they're just making that weird voice together. And I'm like, are you just,
they're always like,
oh, and now I'm like, whoa. Yeah. And I'm like, are you just saying what you think Natalie will like you to say?
Yeah.
And it's just weird. I would just rather, I don't mind her coming on at all. Like, but it just, mind Natalie coming on at all. But
it's the other
I think
girl
she's
with
super
her.
cute. But yeah, it's that other girl with her. Like,
I just don't. I agree with you on that. I just don't see her cheating. And if she did cheat, I don't see them staying together.
No, I don't.
Because that was before she was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
That was, they were engaged.
Yep.
But remember, it was like when she went to Paris, and everyone's assuming that since like all these girls aren't friends with her anymore, that she cheated.
Yeah. Why would that be the thing?
But they're saying that one of them said that she cheated on Nick while they were in Paris.
But what did she do? Did she say what happened?
Some guy that they met up with who was like a friend of one of the other girls.
It's pretty like what's the word? Reputation destroying of you to put out something that's not true, though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
so it's like you kind of believe it, but then you're like,
but then it's like, are you just exaggerating a story of something that happened? Maybe she was being flirty, and like Nick has always said, like they're both flirty.
Yeah.
Like keep that flirt alive. Like I don't care if you go and you're flirting with someone at the bar, but like you're not going anywhere past that.
Yeah, I don't know. See her cheating on him.
I don't either. I don't think she would.
They're both like almost disgustingly obsessed with each other.
Agreed. But even if whether it's true or not, I totally understand that they've not said anything about it because they're not going to give it any light.
Yeah, I like that they haven't said anything.
I'm not going to friggin' bring up this falsified rumor to like to give her moment.
Yeah.
To give that friend
yeah
her moment that we're going to talk about this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, we're not going to resurface it, I guess, and make it last longer
now too.
And
it's like, why would you bring that up when someone's like,
and maybe it did happen, and maybe they've already talked about it, so they're like, we don't need to talk to the world about it.
Yeah,
like if they did work through it, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so this person's just trying to ruin our reputation now, but like if we just don't talk about it, then we're just gonna kill the story. Like eventually it'll be gone, you know?
I know, but I'm secretly like listening, hoping that they bring it up.
I know. So do I. I want to know too.
I want to know what they think about it.
I know, but you know, Nick and all of his, I don't know. I just feel like he's not gonna do anything.
No. He's
toxic.
like anti Reddit and gossip.
Exactly.
And all that stuff.
I know. So
even though he like literally gossips for a living. It's like what he does.
He has good takes though.
I like his takes.
I used to hate them.
I used to hate him because he was a really bad interviewer in the beginning. He has gotten so much better.
He talks less about himself now.
How he like it was his way or the highway with everyone. He can never see the other side
for sure.
And sometimes that still happens. And I'm like, dude.
But in most scenarios, he does see the other side now.
He's gotten so much better.
He's gotten really good.
I've noticed his growth, and I think that's what I'm like.
This is why you stick around.
I'm like over here reaching for my. I just noticed that my water bottle's like right there.
It looks so large.
It looks huge.
I'm glad you brought that up.
I think we've like covered most of the things that happened.
I think
while
so too. I think just you need to check out Love Island UK. It's really good.
I started Love Island USA.
You haven't watched that?
No. I watched like 5 episodes, and honestly,
Love Island. Oh my gosh, I meant Love is Blind. Okay, Love Island happened while we weren't.
Yeah, but I didn't watch it.
Oh,
I watched 5 episodes. Seriously,
okay, that's
5.
fair. That's fair. Love Island is
kind of dumb.
Love Island. I think there's 37 episodes.
So many,
but
It's kind of
That's
dumb in the
another
beginning.
thing that you can just have on. That's another thing you can just have on in the background and it just play all day. And then you just kind of bop in. You like look around the corner, you see who's still there. Okay, go back to doing what
Okay,
you're doing.
I'll do that then.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of feeling uncomfortable. Like, so the way like my TV's in our living room, and
Mhm.
then we have huge windows.
Yeah, that go out to the. No, I feel
And like in the
uncomfy.
beginning when they were doing that first episode, when they're
yeah.
like slow mo shaking their booties and like in
Yes.
those bikinis,
I
I'm
know
like,
you're like, who's you
like,
like feel uncomfortable watching. You're
embarrassed.
like, yeah, wait, what am I watching right now?
also
Why?
like, why did they do that?
Why did they do
It
that?
was so stupid, and like it just made the show to me like don't start a show
Honestly,
off like that.
all of the games that like all the kissing games, like I just fast forward through it because I'm like, one, I don't want to hear that. Two, I don't care who's a better kisser or not. Honestly, none of the games really play into the real drama that they have going on
Okay, I'm
anyway.
gonna
So
skip
you
that
would
then
just
because I'm like,
I'll just fast forward through all the games, honestly.
it's
Unless
like,
it's asking questions like about their like when they ask questions they have to answer certain things or they have to like say stuff. But when it comes to like the dancing and the obstacle courses and it's such stupid stuff.
so stupid.
Just move on.
Ariana's never looked better.
Oh my gosh, she's killer.
Revenge.
Killer.
Bate.
Every single outfit she's worn
Amazing.
is amazing. Like, and how they're styling her hair.
Yeah.
Oh my
and her
gosh. And her tan is
and her abs.
glowing. Everything is
Yeah.
amazing.
She looks insane.
Yeah, but so Love Island, totally have it on. You can fast forward through stuff.
I do want to watch Love is Blind UK.
Love is Blind UK. I just started and so good. Just love Love is Blind in general.
Me
And the
too.
UK people, like I've always loved Love Island UK more than US and Love is Blind UK people too. Great.
Okay, I'm gonna start that because I do Love is Blind is like one of my favorite shows.
I also feel like all the people that, you know, when you like are looking at Love is Blind and then you see the people talking to all the other people and they kind of get in love triangles and you're like, oh, this person should pick that person. But I feel like in US, like they always end up picking the wrong person.
Yeah.
I feel like UK, everyone so far has like landed with the person I feel like they really should have landed with. And it
Okay,
makes my
good.
heart feel really good for
You're
a
like,
change.
Yeah, and you're not yelling at the TV.
I
like,
know, I'm not
"Freaking
like
idiot."
fuming. I'm just like, okay, all right. It took some time, but we got there.
I'm definitely gonna watch Love is Blind UK. I
Yes.
cannot
Yeah.
confirm or deny if I'm doing Love Island USA.
No, I think if you're gonna binge anything, you need to do New Jersey first.
I'm gonna say though, speaking of Nick and Natalie, I
Yeah.
felt so left out these last 8 weeks when I didn't know anything about Love
I
Island USA, and like
know,
every
I
person on their podcast
Was a
every
Love
week
Island
was a Love
person,
Island
I
person, and I'm
know.
like, fast
You have to be-
forward, skip this. I don't know.
I know. And for a while there, I was not caught up. And so I had to do the same thing. I had to fast forward through all the stuff.
Are
I
we
was like,
sad? Are we
"Oh,
pathetic?
We are.
We're like our podcasts weren't matching up with our reality, so we need to go back and watch the reality. It's like we've made this our personalities.
I know. It's like a full-time job.
It's a
now,
full-time
honestly.
job.
It takes up majority of my day.
I know.
I mean, I'm doing both at the same time, mostly.
I have 2 kids now. Like I need to.
You have like 5 jobs at this
I have
point.
so much to do. Speaking of, I do need to pump my breasts. So
Okay.
we do have to go.
It's a good segue.
And my mom's yeah, good ender. Gotta pump these boobies.
Yes.
Thank you for coming back.
Thank you. For
She'll be
having me.
back every month.
Yay.
I'm glad we're back.
Me too.
And
That's good.
listeners, I'm glad you're still listening if you're still here.
Yes.
Love you so much. I think Mom just pulled up.
I think
And
that's
we'll
perfect.
talk to you soon. Bye.